partially submerged statue of Shiva the Destroyer during the flash flood in Uttarakhand. A picture of Antarctica is seen from space. These are Abraham Lincoln's hands casted in bronze, displayed at the Baylor University Medical Center in Texas. Photo of a rare albino elephant. This 400-year-old bonsai survived the bombing of Hiroshima and is still alive today. It stands as a symbol of resilience and strength. A photo of Nikola Tesla sitting in his laboratory with his magnifying transmitter. This is the result of Boston moving its highway underground in the year 2003. Today marks the start of polar night at Sweden's northernmost point. Once the sun sets, it won't rise again until January 12th of 2025. An NYC police officer comes face-to-face with Ming, a 350-pound tiger secretly living in an apartment in Harlem in 2003. Pablo Escobar with his son in front of the White House in 1981, despite being a wanted criminal. Purchasing power of $12.50 in 1947. This shows how much prices have risen since the Great Depression. This is the crater created by Mount Tambaraz eruption in 1815. It was the largest in recorded history, and it caused a year without a summer, leading to global crop failures and food shortages. This is a photo of the last public execution in France using the guillotine, and it was taken in 1939. The skull of a Deinosuchus, one of the largest crocodilians to ever live. Olympic weightlifter Paul Anderson didn't have professional equipment, so he trained using makeshift weights like his famous wagon wheels barbell. He won gold in the 1956 Olympics. This is the rainbow eucalyptus, probably one of the most beautiful trees to exist. This cow was born with a strange pattern of the number 7 on its head. This guy found a rare species of scarab beetle called Chrysina limata, known for its metallic appearance. It's found only in mid-altitude forests in Costa Rica and western Panama. This is Diego, a giant turtle over 100 years old who saved his species by fathering almost 850 giant tortoises in Española Island at a time when the population was only 3 males and 12 females. In this slab is the oldest complaint in history dating back to 1750 BC. The Eye of the Sahara, a geological dome in the Sahara Desert that resembles a giant eye when viewed from space. This is zinnia, the first flower to bloom on the International Space Station on January 15, 2016. Daguerreotype of a man wearing tinted glasses and holding a cat. These photos show the oldest generation of people to be photographed. This one in particular was taken in 1850. A rare photo of a larval wonderpus, a type of octopus whose skin is completely transparent. This is the port of Messina in Sicily. It is believed that in October 1347, 12 ships from the Black Sea docked here, unknowingly harboring rats that carried the bubonic plague, releasing the Black Death in Europe. This is a crystal of copper sulfate that took this guy a year to grow. This furniture store has a giant dresser as its entrance. This is what a single drop of seawater looks like under a microscope. This is possibly the most well-preserved mummy in history. Xian Jue lived between 217 BC, 169 BC. Her tomb was found in 1971 with her well-preserved body and over 1,400 artifacts. These were McDonald's prices in 1992. Low water levels at Badings Dam Reservoir in Yorkshire exposed a Viking-era packhorse bridge, submerged since the 1950s. This tree that has grown across the driveway and sprouted more trees off the top. This is a human washing capsule. It promises a 15-minute cleanse with personalized temperature control. This is the state in which JFK's car ended up on the day he was shot. That car now sits at the Ford Museum in Michigan. In 1950, A.C. Gilbert released this toy laboratory. What not many people knew at the time was that this toy had actual uranium in it. A photo of a regular cheetah next to a king cheetah, a very rare recessive gene. One of the clearest pictures ever taken on the surface of Venus. Venera 13, the robot who take the photos, succumbed to the harsh environment after only 127 minutes. Thanks to Imran Badr, we can now see the result of what the sun would look like when it dies. This is Li Ziquan, a boy who gained 15 kilograms in 3 months in order to undergo bone marrow transplant to help his ailing father. This is the blood falls in Antarctica, caused by a subterranean lake high in salt and oxidized iron. When the water comes into contact with the air, it rusts, giving it its amazing red color. Due to the malfunctioning tailwheel of this plane, a crowd of people helped move this plane out of the way of another plane that was about to land. You may not know this, but Hooters had an airline at one time, but it ceased operations 3 years later. A view of the Oval Office without its furniture. This occurred during a renovation in 2001. This is the first picture of Earth from the moon. This was taken in 1966. The last image of Keith Spasford, a 14-year-old Australian boy who wanted to explore the world. So he snuck to a plane wheel well. It opened in midair and the boy fell out. These wavy walls in England surprisingly use fewer bricks than straight ones. Originating in ancient Egypt, their arch design provides sturdy support with just one layer, unlike straight walls that require two.